Hello students, how are you doing? I assume everything is great there. So students, here I have one picture of Evelyn Glenn, and in this you can see that she is performing on the stage, and as you can see that she is playing xylophone. So here we have an amazing and inspirational story of Evelyn Glenn, a path-breaking story for every one of us, of Evelyn who proved herself that nothing is impossible in this world. If you are determined, if you are firm that really you want to achieve something in life, then you all can. So students, we have already discussed a few of the things regarding Evelyn Glennie. What happened to her at the age of 11, how she profoundly impaired, and how doctor declared to her and to her family that now onward she would not be able to listen anything and the whole world apart for her. And then she determined herself, then she took the decision that I will not give up easily, and she finally eventually achieved everything in her life and proved herself. She became a legendary musician. So she is a live inspiration for all those, especially handicapped people, who are really hopeless from their life. So let's start our today's discussion. We have to start from the paragraph number 6. It is intriguing to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly without hearing. So it's really intriguing. Intriguing means it's really so fascinating, so amazing to watch her when she is performing on the stage, and the scene and the stage where she is performing, and to watch her when she is performing on the stage. It's really out of the world, we can say. In our 2 hour discussion, she never missed a word. So these lines are written by the writer of this chapter. She is pointing out herself here that the name of the writer of this is Deborah Coley. She said that when I interviewed Evelyn Glennie, so she said she never missed a single word. But I was speaking effortlessly, flawlessly. She was able to judge, and continuously, flawlessly, she was giving all the answers back to me. And Evelyn said, men with bushy beards give me trouble. So here, mockingly, humorously, Evelyn said to Deborah that whenever she is talking to a man with a heavy bushy beard and mustache, she laughed that it is really hard to understand all those people who are having bushy beards and who are having a very huge mustache. Why so? Because when you will talk to her, she will concentrate, or she will keenly watch to your lips, and that time she can read out your lips what you are speaking, and she will give you all the answers. But whenever the bushy beard type of the people who are having bushy beard and the heavy mustache, she cannot read out their lips easily, and that seeing that face is really quite tough for her to judge what the people are, what that people especially is asking to her. So here she is humorously doing the comment on those people. And she is saying it's not watching the lips, it's the whole face, especially the eyes. Evelyn said it's really hard to judge all those people who are having such type of things, bushy beards on their face. And she is saying that she is always noticing every single emotion from the face. She is judging the person who is speaking to her by the expression of the eyes, by the expression of the face, and she is reading the lip movement also. She speaks flawlessly with a Scottish lilt, so it's of course that she belongs to the Scotland. So she is perfect in Scottish language. She is perfectly speaking Scottish language with the intonation, with the tempo, with the with the volume high pitch up and down, and my speech is clear. So when Deborah asked from her how you are so perfect in speaking, you are really flawless while speaking the Scottish language, Deborah was curious to ask, and she finally asked to her that how you are so perfect and how you are so flawlessly speaking Scottish language. Then Evelyn said to her that my speech is clear because I could hear till the age of 11, till I was 11. So she said when I was till 11, I read that like she explained that she was able to listen till the age of 11. That is why she is now very well known to the Scottish language, and that is why perfectly she is able to speak. But further, Deborah says, but that doesn't explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. So it's really, really wonderful and unexplainable that how she has learned when she was profoundly impaired, that how she was able to learn the French and as well as basic Japanese language. So we really don't have any idea that how she has learned this French and basic Japanese language when she was partially profoundly impaired. As for music, she explained, it pours in through every part of my body. She said that she can sense the music from every part of her whole body. It tingles in the skin, my cheekbones, and even in my hair. When she plays the xylophone, she can sense the sound passing up through the sticks into her fingertips. So she is so heartily attached to the music. Music is everything for her. While playing the music, while playing the percussion instrument, how she feels. She explains that I can feel the sensation, the sound of music, the vibration of music on every part of my body, and her body is so sensitive towards the music, and she is so minutely observing the every single vibration of the music that she can sense the music, the vibration from every single body part, and every single body, every part of her body plays a vital role to understand the music. Now, after doing the practice of so many years, she can understand the slightest sound of the music very easily by her body parts. So Evelyn explains whenever she has to play the drum, she has to lean over to the drum, and at that moment she is perfectly able to feel all those resonances. Resonances means the echoes of the music, the vibrations of the music. So she is explaining that she can easily, perfectly feel those vibrations, and that vibration is flowing onto her fingers when she is playing the drum, and from the finger it flows to her both arms. And on a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that the vibration passes through her bare feet and up her legs. So that she is always performing on the stage, and that time she is always and always using the wooden flooring. She is always performing on the wooden floor. So reason behind is that wood is really passes the vibration very easily as compared to the marble floor or any other kind of flooring, and wood is light in weight. That is why the vibration is easily passes through the wooden floor. And that moment how she is performing, she is always performing bare feet without wearing any slippers or any footwears. The reason behind why she is performing bare feet, that in that situation, that without wearing any slippers or footwears, she can feel the vibration created by the wooden floor or created by the percussion instrument. She can feel the vibration very easily, and she can feel the vibration on her fingers and her skin. Not surprisingly, Evelyn delights her audiences. So here we do not have any kind of surprise that when she is performing on the stage, that moment is always and always wonderstruck and amazing, fantastic moment for her audience. and it's a treat to watch when she's performing. In 1991, she was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. So it was really very prestigious award for her. It was really very happiest moment of her life. She achieved what she thought. Says Master Percussionist James Blades, God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. So these are the same line when we have started the chapter. We have read at first before you read, and these lines are said by the master percussionist, the legendary musician James Blades. He said, God may have taken her hearing power, but he has given her some extraordinary, some amazing quality that she can sense the music, she can sense the slightest, minutest vibration of the music, and she can feel it profoundly. And how what we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. So whenever we are listen to any song, then we are always using our ears to listen that music. But how she is listening all those sounds, how all those vibration, her body is really working for her. Her body, her whole body parts are really active whenever she has to listen or hear any kind of sound of music. And it's really kind of amazing to understand it, because if suppose I say to you, just close your ears and try to listen anything, we would not be able to, and you would not be able to do so. But how she is doing, how she is able to feel the vibration of the music, it's really out of the world for every one of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. So she is understanding, she is feeling the real soul of the music, and the same feeling, the same sensation is present there in her music whenever she is composing any kind of new music, new song that is really so beautiful. Her music is really out of the world, just like her ability. Evelyn confesses that she is something of a workaholic. So workaholic is the person who cannot stop himself or herself from work. So workaholic is a person who find it difficult for herself or himself to stop working, who is really working a lot day by day 24/7. So she confesses this thing that I am a kind of workaholic. I really can't stop myself from working. I have just got to work, often harder than classical musicians. So why it's written that often harder than classical musician? Because classical music seems to be really the toughest music of the world. If you really want to be a classical musician, you have to work hard a lot as compared to other form of the music. And what she confesses that I am working harder than a classical musician as compared to the other musicians. But side by side, she is accepting this thing also, that the rewards are enormous. The rewards are also big, huge for her. Apart from the regular concerts, Evelyn also gives free concerts in prisons and hospitals. She also gives high priority to classes for young musicians. Anne Richling of the Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children says that she is a shining inspiration for deaf children. So how much she is working every day and every week, every month, it's amazing to know that she is performing concerts, performing on the stage, she is handling concerts and different kind of shows, and she is free of cost performing in the prisons and hospitals to motivate other people. Anne Richling, the Beethoven Fund of Deaf Children, says about her that she is really a shining, dazzling inspiration for all those deaf children who are thinking that life is nothing for them or life is really over for them. They see that there is nowhere that they cannot go. So when the deaf children, other deaf children watching her performances, live performances on the stage, when she is performing, especially for these deaf children, so that time the feeling they are getting, that is really amazing, and that time they are getting a different kind of boost to their soul. So the inspiration they are getting at that moment by watching her performance, that really nothing is impossible. Evelyn Glennie has already accomplished more than most people twice her age. She has brought percussion to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. So Evelyn Glennie has already accomplished a lot in her life, and if you compare her life to the other people or any other people, she has already accomplished twice as compared to the other people, or as compared to the other musicians who are really aged in their life and who really got awards when they were aged and when they were experienced enough. And she has brought percussion to the front of the orchestra. So how she has brought the percussion instrument to the front of the orchestra or at the mid of the stage? So usually maybe you have noticed that during any concert, you have noticed the percussion instrument, the instrument who are creating the beat in the music, they are always used to kept at the back of the stage or at the side of the stage, and at the mid you always have noticed that singer is standing there and performing or singing whatever the music is going on. But when Evelyn is performing, she is always performing at the mid of the stage, and at the mid of the stage she is keeping all those percussion instruments. So that is why it's written there that she has brought all those percussion instruments who used to lay back at the back of the stage. Now they got their place at the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. And she proved this thing also, that only and only listening or watching the percussion instrument, hearing the music of percussion instrument is also can be quite amazing. She has given inspiration to those who are handicapped, yes, but of course, and people who look to her and say, if she can do it, I can. And this really a very moving and a very big thought for anyone. If somebody is watching you and at that moment after watching you, they are able to say, or they are thinking in their mind that if she can do it, I can do it. So this feeling is really out of the world. This feeling is really priceless. And not the least, she has given enormous pleasure to millions. So she has performed on the stages so many times. She has taken so many concerts. So many stage shows she has already performed, and number of times she got awards of the musical industry. And now she can play thousands of music, and her name is big enough that everybody knew her, and she is really a live inspiration, a motivational kind of ideal, we can say, for all those people who are thinking that life is really impossible for them. So now our chapter is over. Maybe you all have got the meaning of the story. You all maybe admire. You all are really aspire, or you all can relate your life to the Evelyn Glennie. You all have got that inspiration through her life. And at the end of the chapter, let's discuss how many qualities she has. Let's discuss her character sketch. So students, here we have the key points of her character sketch. Her whole life is inspiration for all of us, and she's kind of we can say an all-rounder girl who is full of qualities and qualities and qualities. So here we have a few to discuss. First of all, never say die attitude. Her inner character was kind of never say die attitude. Because we can say this because she already proved it. After when she heard from the doctor that now onwards she would not be able to listen anything, she never give up. She never just thought that now my life is spoiled or dreams are shattered. She really was not in the mood to face all that bitter situation, and after hard work she really proved it. She really proved this thing. So never say her attitude was never say die attitude. कभी भी हार नहीं मानी. She was determined. Yes, of course, she was determined. एकदम दृढ़ निश्चय होना. She was determined from the heart, body, and soul. And due to this determination, her whole dreams and everything was fulfilled. She achieved everything. Rock strong willpower. So it's not like that. Life is like a cake for everyone or for anyone. Life is always full of pros and cons, ups and downs. We all have to face sometimes good moments and sometimes bad moments. But what can lead you? What can lead you on the way of the success? It is rock strong willpower. Evelyn's willpower was rock strong. Was like a rock strong, we can say, because already she was determined, already her willpower was strong. That is why she bear that moment very strongly, and she just came out from that situation. It was so easy for her. So who played a really big role in this? It was her rock strong determination. Inner belief. She was thinking her belief. So Evelyn was full of inner belief, and this inner belief was really a main key point, we can say, because we all have that a different kind of quality inside. We all have something strong in our character. God has given a special kind of quality to all of us. But the main thing is how much you are able to prove that quality whenever you get the opportunity. So to grab that moment and to express our quality, to show ourselves is really quite toughest task for everyone, we can say. And she proved herself when she got the opportunity. So music is her life, yes, but of course, yeah, it's really clear from the chapter that music is her life. She dedicated her whole life to the music, and in return she got everything just because of the music. She has immense power. Her full body, mind and soul is really powerful. She is not a weak girl. She is a powerful girl. Her thoughts, her mind, her views are really very powerful. Always moved ahead. She never looked back in her life. She always moved ahead. She's a kind of workaholic girl who is working every day, every night, just to get better and better, just to make herself better and better in the field of music. And last but not least, she is a big idol for all. She is really a inspirational kind of personality. She is a real inspiration for all of us. So her whole story, her life story is kind of a path-breaking story, we can say, off the track, yeah, out of the box, we can say, because I have seen any kind of people in my life who is really not able to listen or not able to hear anything, and that person is a musician. I cannot picture that person in my mind. So Evelyn is a real idol for everyone, and her whole life is really admirable for all. So here our chapter is finished. So her story is really admirable for all of us, and her work, her music is really awesome, out of the world, you can say, and it's really beautiful. So our chapter is finished here, students. Please solve out all the question answers and write in your copy. Take care of yourself. Stay inside. Thank you.